Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now, just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I'd just like to say I am an experienced and professional holistic and spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling, mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. And I also offer astrology birth charts. Just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information. Right, so let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you for both you and your person's love journey thus far. And let's see what messages the cards have for you about your person, Pisces. So let's go. All right. Okay. All right, so this is going on now. All right, guys, so first, between you and your person, all right, guys, this could be on a personal level, or let me keep going here, okay? All right, so coming in with the Wheel of Fortune, you're coming in with Aquarius, and you are also coming in with Sagittarius. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is actually Jupiter. It's known to be Jupiter. Jupiter rules Saggy, and Jupiter rules your 9th house here, Pisces. And let me just get that for you. That's Scorpio. Scorpio is in your 9th house. And your 9th house is really about a higher level of thinking here. It's about thinking outside of the box and connecting the dots here. It's about living in the environment, living by the environment, I should say. You can talk about philosophy here. That's another word. Yeah, okay. And you also have Aquarius when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune, which is Uranus. Now, Aquarius is actually in your 12th house. And at this point in time, guys, you have Pluto. Pluto is in your 12th house. And it's retrograding here. I need to get this one for you guys, because this is major. Okay. Now, Jupiter is in your 5th house. Cancer is in your 5th house here, guys. It's your private life. Here, Cancer is ruled by the moon. Here. There's a lot to say here, guys. Yeah, of course, it can talk about things are changing for you. But what I get here... What I get here is that either you or your person, you have choices. Here, Pisces. Or could very well be the both of yous. But what it also talks about here, guys, is your idea of love is changing. Your perception of love is changing. Your understanding and your knowledge of love is changing here. You're coming in with the truth here, and this could very well be coming in with freedom here. Now, when you come in with your 12th house, all right, and your 12th house is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is actually in retrograde at this point in time, and Neptune is in your 2nd house. Aries is in your 2nd house here, guys, and your 2nd house is about material possessions here. It is coming in as your perception of love here, guys. Here in your reading, you may have seen your perception of love may have come in as your home. Of course it does. Here, your home. Here, the people that are in it, your friends, your family. Here, but the idea of it has changed. See, you may have already accumulated all of that stuff and you're looking at it. This is both you and your person. You're looking at it and you're thinking, but I'm still not happy. There is no fulfillment when it comes to material possessions. Here. Especially when you come in with the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune is the start point. That's how I see it. Here, guys, it's the start of you. Here. It's about coming away from the program, how you come away from the program. Either you're going to stay in the program or you're going to come outside of it here, guys, and think outside of the box is what I'm getting here. See, what it talks about here, it comes in as you're talking to people. Here, you're listening, you're talking to people here. And there is some kind of robust conversation coming in. Yeah, you're sticking to your guns. This could very well be your person here. There's conflict when you're coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. See, and Saturn is in your 10th house. Here it's about what you're being recognized for. It's your career path here. It's how you've been seen. It's your reputation. Okay, Sagittarius is in your 10th house. You know, Sagittarius can also be seen as that nomadic. Nomadic here. And so nomadic is when you like to travel. You like just to go around. You don't set up. You don't set up roots here, guys. You don't settle down. You go from place to place because the world is your home, not one specific country or town or country. Here, guys, yeah. All right, let me keep going here. So you're coming in with the Lover's card. The Lover's card is Gemini. Okay, Mercury rules Gemini. And Mercury is actually in... See, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Okay, Mercury rules your 3rd house. Here, you're coming in with... And Taurus is in your 3rd house here, guys. Once again, you are coming in with your material possessions here. Now, Mercury is actually... Mercury is actually in your 6th house, your mental health and well-being, and you're actually coming in with it. Mercury's in retrograde, and the Sun here, Leo was in your 6th house. There's a want to build better relationships with people. There's a want to connect more with people is what I'm getting because of Mercury in retrograde here. See, yeah, of course it comes in as communication, but this is actually coming in as clarity here. The truth here, and clarity is knowing oneself here. Knowing why you think a certain way, why you have patterns and habits when in terms of thinking, in terms of the mind, where it came from here. And yeah, of course, you are coming in with relationships. This could very well be your person here. It does come in as the people that both you and your person are mixing with here, mingling with here, because there's a difference. There's some people that you're working with are quite professional, very professional people here, and then you have another group of people that you mix and mingle with, and they're totally different here. See, for both you and your person, what it can talk about there in your reading is that the people that your person mixes and mingles with here are important people. Let me just come in that way. All right, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're managers, and the people that you mix and mingle with here, take it vice versa here, guys. They are what you would call, they're builders here, they're seasonal workers here in your reading. And they may not, they could very well be stay-at-home mums here, or stay-at-home parents here that are finding it hard to get a job. There's a difference here between both you and your person when you're coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. But what it also talks about here, guys, is that difference to both you and your person don't like it. You don't like the groups that you mingle with here, because there's such a big separation. Here, there's a separation here in the way in which people over here that your person is mingling with, mingling. This could be family, this could be friends, and people over here that you're with. Like I said, the roles can be reversed here. There's a gap. There's a big gap here, and it's not something that you want, or how would you say that? You don't like it, neither does your person here. I'm not saying that you don't like the people that your person is with here, okay, in their group. You don't see them any differently, and that's the same with your person. It's the people in the group. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the people in the group here. And what it talks about there in your reading is, I want the freedom to choose. I want to actually know these people. I want to know what they're like, and you're coming in as the same here. And when you do cross over here, what I'm picking up here, guys, is that you don't know how to communicate. That's what it's saying. You may not know how to communicate your truth here. That's what it's also talking about. When you're coming in with Mercury in retrograde here, see, what it could also talk about here, Pisces, is that you are actually coming from yourself, your inner self here. You are actually speaking your truth here. But the group that you're talking to, the people here that you're talking to that may be associated to your person, they don't quite get it. And you're picking up on that. It's being illuminated, and that's the same for your person here. And so what it can talk about there in your reading is, I'm going to pull some more cards. Maybe you're trying to fit in here. But by trying to fit in, you may also be isolating yourself here. See, this can be both you and your person here. Don't know how to fit in here. I don't know how to fit in. I don't know what to say to fit in here. It can come in as I want to run. Reach out, book an image reading, tarot reading with me. All right, guys. If you want to know the difference between the two here, check out the description box below this video for more information. And then we can go into counselling here, as I'm not just a tarot reader. I'm a holistic and spiritual counsellor. And I can help you to release this negative here, these negative attachments that you have to an outdated program here, guys. All right, let me keep going here. Okay, Six of Swords. Okay, so you have the Six of Swords, you have the Ten of Swords here, guys, and you are coming in with the Eight of Pentacles. This is obstacles and challenges here. Okay. And nobody knows it but you. All right, let's have a look at this here. You're coming in with the Seven of Swords. So let's have a look at this, eh? So coming in with the Six of Swords here. All right, in terms of obstacles and challenges. And this is both you and your person here. It talks about here in your reading, when you're coming in with the Six of Swords, you're leaving a difficult situation behind. Okay? And that difficult situation has to do with other people here. How other people have had control over you, the way in which you think, the actions that you take here. It also comes in as self-confidence and self-worth here, being worthy, being valued here. And when you're coming in with the Six of Swords, here, of course, it talks about leaving a situation, but it also talks about, here in your reading, I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to take this opportunity here for myself here. I did I did speak about the freedom here in your reading, but what it also talks about here in your reading is that you're coming in with the Ten of Swords. And so the Ten of Swords is about your lessons here, learning your lessons. So you got to know what it is that you're walking away from here. Yeah, of course, you may see it as your person, but in actual fact here, guys, it's actually yourself here. What you're walking away from here is negative attachments. Here, guys, it's drugs and alcohol. Here, it's addictions, it's patterns and habits. Here, and because it's your addictions and your patterns and habits, negative attachments here, guys, that actually keep you stuck here, and it can keep you in that cycle here, guys, of I feel good about myself. No, I don't feel good about myself here. Oh, I need another drink. I need another drug. Here, I need to take some drugs so I feel good about myself. So you've got to understand here the obstacle and the challenge, what it is that you're walking away from. You could very well say here in your reading, oh, well, I'm walking away from other people. All right, okay, great. But why are you walking away? What is it that you want to achieve here? I mean, I'm being honest here with these cards coming out on the board, because what it talks about here in your reading is that for you and your person, you're actually walking away from each other here. But that's not what you want to do. You actually love this person and they love you too. But someone has to take the lead, coming in with the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, of course, the Eight of Pentacles can talk about work, a workplace here. All right. But the Eight of Pentacles isn't about, it is work, but the work here is you. You're the work. It's about what you do here. Okay? Especially if you're coming in with the Wheel of Fortune here, guys. Because that, like I said, it's the start point. The Wheel of Fortune is a choice here. Do you choose you? The freedom, it's free will here. Okay, it's a beautiful choice to make, guys. All right. And coming in with the Eight of Pentacles, the obstacle and the challenge here in your reading is to actually, it's that conscious effort here, guys, yeah, to look at your negative attachments here. It's to actually look within. Here, it's not about the people in your environment. You've got to actually come away from that mentality here. Okay, Aquarius, you've got to come away from that mentality and blaming other people, blaming people in your environment here, because that does come in as that poor mentality. All right. And I'm not saying that you need to look inwardly and blame yourself. See, this is both you and your person. What I'm talking about here, that's not what it's saying. And you can't blame the drugs and the alcohol. You can't blame music here, your patterns and your habits here. It's not about that. This is about being able to recognize here, all right, why do you have patterns and habits? See, in terms of the Six of Swords, you know, this walking away, you're actually walking away from being in denial that it's a problem. Here. See, what the Five of Swords can talk about there in your reading is that conflict and defeat. Here is when you get into that frame of, but it's always been okay. Hey, but I always need it. Here. But you know you don't. You know you don't. And that's exactly what the Ten of Swords is saying here, guys. And yeah, it does happen. Yeah. When you come in with hate here. Okay, because that's how that card is actually coming in. And you blame, you judge here, you hate people for what they have done to you, the way in which they have made you feel. But like I said, it's really about self. And how do you feel about yourself? It's not because people made you feel that way. Okay, it may have happened, it may have been like that when you were little. So where did the hate come from? Here. All right. That's what this is talking about. So it's hard to change. And I keep attracting the same kind of people towards me. All right, so let's come in with the potential outcome. Oh, wow. All right, let's go. All right, so you were coming in with the Magician here. This is, the Magician is Virgo. Okay, Virgo is ruled by Mercury once again here, and I think we already came in with your 6th house here. Virgo is actually in your 7th house of building relationships here. In your reading, you're wanting to build relationships here. So what I'm getting there in your reading is that what it talks about there is you've got to let go of the past way of doing things here. You can't be aggressive here. You can't be forceful here, Pisces. Because you have the South Node in Virgo, and you also have Mars here. See, there's a want and a desire here also coming into your reading. Let me keep going here. It's a want to show up here. It's a want to show up. That's what I'm getting, to get in front of your person's eyeballs here. And what it can talk about here, Pisces, is that your person has choices. I spoke about that here, okay? That both you and your person may have choices. And you have the Page of Cups here. It's about love here, guys. Learning to love. Yeah, of course it can be. Most people will see it as an apology, yeah? But don't quote me on that one. Here, guys, it's a sincere expression, but is it an honest expression here? There's a want to come in as different here, guys. Yeah. There's a want to come in as abundant material prosperity, wanting to create that here. Let me come in with the advice. Oh, excuse me. There we have it. And you're coming in with the Death card here. This is Scorpio here in your reading. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is actually in your 12th house. Aquarius is in your 12th house here. This is about relationships here, guys. Yes, Scorpio is actually in your 9th house. Okay, so you're coming in with Lilith, and you're also coming in with Vesta when you're coming in with Scorpio here. It's a transformation here, guys. Yeah, like I said, reach out. All right. It's choosing yourself here to end out patterns and habits. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your reading, and I'll catch you later. Bye.